Hey, hi guys. Welcome to our first Dream Team chat of our new spring and summer catalog. I'm Alex, the star director of True Life. I'm a Dream Chaser, and Bree and I are going to be talking to you guys tonight about bulk sampling and fun mail. And we think that this topic is especially good as we go into a new catalog because, as we were talking about last week, the new catalog season is a really great time to try something new in your business. Okay. And these things that we're going to talk about today are small but impactful. Okay. They go a really long way in your business, and they, in my opinion, make a huge difference in the efficiency of your business. And then on the fun mail side of things, the relationship side of business, which is so important. Okay. What I'm talking about tonight is bulk sampling. And I think bulk sampling is one of the smartest and most efficient things that you can do in your business as far as getting new products and fragrances under your customers' noses. Okay. How I used to sample in the past would be just flying by the seat of my pants. I run out of samples and I'm quickly putting some samples together to throw into an order, or even worse, I'm have an opportunity to drop off catalogs and samples at someone's house, or an order comes in super quick and I have no samples made. And so I'm either giving out my orders without samples, or I'm literally like delaying the delivery of their stuff because I have to go make samples to send them out. And personally, it was just really stressful for me. And then you also run into the problem of, what did I send them? What the heck did I send that person? Right. And so bulk sampling has solved this problem for me. Okay. So basically how I bulk sample is at the end of every month. So like last week, I was looking at my sample supplies, trying to give out whatever samples I already had, obviously, because we're at the end of a catalog season. But in general, at the end of the month, I'm looking at what samples I still have left, handing those out, and I'm prepping for the upcoming month's samples. Okay. Now, let me just say that most all products that I am sampling, I get for free or half off with my host rewards on a party. Okay. So I'm always collecting orders under parties for myself. These are like my VIP links. So people are shopping under them, or they're giving me orders and I'm putting them in myself. And then by doing that, I always have free and half off credits to use for myself. So that's how I get my favorite warmers, my favorite oils, the products I use. But it's also where I get my customer gifts, which Bree's going to kind of talk about that. I get those with my free and half off rewards, as well as I get the products I'm going to sample with my free and half off rewards. I do this because I'm running a business and I'm trying to make money, right? So wherever I can save a few extra bucks, I like to do that. And so towards the end of the month, when I am planning out my samples for the next month, I am adding my sample products on one of those last parties in the month. Okay. So if I'm making, Scentsy soak samples, I'm going to use that half off credit, get that Scentsy soak for $6. It's a write-off. But I am saving some money and getting it half off or even free. Okay. So that's going to be with anything I'm making samples of: washer whiff, Scentsy soak, anything, dish soap, counter clean, Scentsy fresh, everything I'm getting with my hostess rewards. So what I basically do is I determine what samples I'm going to sample for the upcoming month ahead. I order them with one of my ending parties of the month, and then I start making the labels for them before they even come in. Okay. Because I find that when you are doing like a tedious task where you're having to, for wax, for example, cut up or melt the wax and then wait for it to dry and then pop them out of the molds and pop them into the bag and then create a label and then print the label and then put the label on. It's a lot of steps. And when you're in a hurry, it can be like overwhelming and it can take a lot of time. So I like to be on top of it whenever I can. Right. Stephanie, I cannot give tax advice. So I would just suggest talk to a tax professional and do what they suggest for your personal taxes. I'm sorry, I can't give tax advice, but that is what I personally do. I write off my half off credits. Anyways, so I figure out what I'm going to sample. I start prepping the labels ahead of time. frankly, I just go to Avery. I use my Avery labels, and I used to like make all the cute picture labels on my phone and then upload them to Avery. Now I just use the Avery template and I just plug in the scents that I'm making. I keep it super simple. I try not to overcomplicate things, have the scent, what the product is, and then my website. And I make all the labels that way when the products come in, I have all the stuff I need to do. And then usually at nighttime when my kids are asleep and I'm in bed, that's when I'll make samples, just because in my opinion, spending all day of your working time making samples is not income producing. So to me, sample making is something, it's like part of like a fun part of the business. It's something that you do when you are just chilling and relaxing. Like I would 1,000,000% recommend booking parties, hostess coaching, following up with your customers, trying to meet new customers over sampling any day. And so while I do still think sampling is important and impactful in your business, I definitely don't think it's the meat and potatoes of our business. So like Bree says, do it while you're watching Netflix. Make it something you enjoy. Make it something you look forward to. I have this little bucket, and I feel like whenever I have projects like labeling catalogs, stickering, rub and smell stickers, bagging catalogs and or samples and putting the label on them, I put them all in this bucket, and then I put it by my bed. And then that night or the next night when I'm in my bed and hanging out, I knock all that out. Okay. And then I go to the next day when I'm ready to work and I fill all my samples out. Bulk sampling, I like to get it all done before the month starts. And kind of the way that I do it is I always do a wax sample. Okay. Yeah, Brandy, that's awesome, right? So you're able to be with your kids, but still get your work done. And I love that. So how I bulk sample, generally like what I'm choosing is always wax. So usually it's always the scent of the month. And then I pick like one other catalog scent. With the new catalog season, I did get the new season sales kit with all the bars. So I did make samples of all the bars just so, I don't know, just to start my season off well. And I'm sure those will be gone in a month or so. And then from there, I'll just pick one or two catalog scents plus the scent of the month bar. So I always do wax. Frankly, I just use, where did it go? A crinkle cutter to cut my wax samples so they look like this. You guys, they're either going in a warmer or they're eventually going in the trash. Okay. Like I don't personally take all the time to melt the wax, pour the wax, let the wax harden, take the wax out, bag the wax up, label the wax for it to melt in a warmer, or gosh, I hope not, but land in the trash can a month after my customer gets it. Okay. So I just use a crinkle cutter and I just cut up the cubes. With one bar, I probably get like 40 samples, 35, 40 samples. And it's just so much quicker. I made all 10 new bars in 1 hour, by having all the labels printed out already and then just crinkle cutting, bagging, labeling them and done. Okay. So I always do wax, and then I alternate other products. Like in January, I did body products. So I did hand cream and Scentsy soap. And then this month I'm doing laundry. So I'm doing laundry liquid and washer whiffs. Next month I'm doing cleaning products. So I'll probably do counter clean and dish soap. Right. And then, so I just kind of go through all the products. I'll do a pets one this season with the new pet fragrances. What other product categories could you do? Yeah, I don't know. You could do oils. Whitney, I mostly just do the name. Yeah, I just do the name. This says Summer Moonlight Scentsy sample. And then you can barely see because it's like pretty light, but my website is under it, like in a circular text. So yeah, I just do super simple because frankly, if they like it, they like it. So it doesn't really matter what the fragrance notes are, but if they're curious, like they can go to my website or look in the catalog. I just wanted to keep these as simple as possible. Okay. Now with the washer whiffs or something, it will say like jammy time washer whiffs, add to a medium load of laundry as a scent booster, does not replace laundry liquid. Okay. What products do you use to give samples like cream and liquid? So I am going to show you some visuals of the samples that I do do and give you guys some options for what you can do. Okay. And then I have my Amazon list with a lot of these like business supplies in it that tomorrow when I upload it to YouTube, I will put my Amazon list in the description of the YouTube video and in the comments of the post tomorrow when I do that. Okay. Actually, it's right there in the comments too. I alternate categories every month. Okay. And then what this does is it makes it easy for me to give out samples, right? So like there's no question. I know what I'm sampling. I know what I'm giving out. Basically, I can go check in my pirate ship. If it says that I mailed it on February 2nd, I will know it has Jammy Time washer whiffs in it, a new catalog scent, and Jammy Time laundry liquid. Okay. Like I know what I am sending out. I know what my customers are getting based on the month that I sent it out, because I do write down what samples I'm giving out that month in my planner. And that way I just always have it to reference. So I'm not giving out the same sample like 2 times in a year or something. So I know what they're getting. It makes it easier to sample because they're all ready to go. And for me, having bulk samples done is accountability to me, because it ensures that I'm trying to get rid of those samples by the end of the month. It ensures that I am sharing with my customers that I'm making samples, right? Showing that consultant side of things, which I love to do. It gives me additional items to follow up on. It helps me introduce them to new products that they probably wouldn't try. I feel like when you're in a hurry to make samples, you just knock out some wax samples to just get the order out, right? But when you have all of these other samples, it does give you other products that you can introduce, right? And then say like at the end of the month, I don't get rid of every single one of my samples. Like for example, I still do have a few shimmer Scentsy soak samples sitting around. And this is great for when someone is new to Scentsy. And then I kind of have like all the different samples laying around, right? And I can kind of give them like a really awesome either gift with their order or a sample pack or something like that. Okay. So that is how I bulk sample. Let me give you some visuals. So this is a Scentsy soak sample. So I just do a square sticker. Do I recommend buying samples from the store? Cost effective. Cassandra, not my favorite thing to spend my money on is consultant store samples. Not saying they're not valuable, because if you are in a time crunch, they're awesome. If you are just a simple person and you don't want to make samples, it's a really great option. But for me, I think the washer whiff samples are like $10 for 10 samples. I can spend $6 half off or get the washer whiffs for free and make way more than that. Or even if I bought a small tub of washer whiffs for $12, that is what, for me, since I sell over 2,000 PRV a month, I make 30% commission. So like a $12 washer whiff, I'm making like a little over $3 with, in commissions. And so that's more like, it's better bang for your buck than buying the consultant store ones. So that's my personal recommendation. Like Bree said, like some are or could be worth it. Like the laundry liquid or the pet, like the pet samples, I think would be a good investment, because maybe you don't have a bunch of customers who want to try the pet things, but you have a few. That might be something good to have on hand. So it's really just a preference, honestly. I personally don't very often. I do have this one here because I want to show you guys that they are an option for you guys. I just put a label. This is an old label, so I've had it for a while, but I just put a label on it. And you know, these are great too. For me, I'm on a mission to save money right now. And so I'm personally not, but you totally could. Okay. Oh yeah, Mandy, that is so smart. Scentsy soak. This is just in a, what are these called? I don't know, like a smell proof bag. What are these called, Brie? I don't know. What are these called? I don't know. Cellophane bags? Are these cellophane? The Mylar zip bags. So these you can actually heat seal. So if you wanted to put liquid in these, and then if you have a heat sealer, it would like be secure. So like I might do like a dish soap or something in one of these, or a body soap or something like that. Yeah, and they are smell proof. 100%. I don't smell through it. Laundry liquid for what I used one of these. Yes, the Food Saver is perfect, Cassandra. These are like little test tube things on Amazon. You guys, I have tested the heck out of these. They don't leak. They do not leak. I do put them in here just in case, but I have tested them and they don't leak. So I buy all of this stuff on Amazon. This is laundry liquid. I put perfect for a medium-sized load of laundry. And then washer whiffs. So I actually ran out of these bags, which is what I would put washer whiffs in, but I just put them in like a little thin plastic bag. I've done this before and they're fine. So I was fine with doing it, but I don't usually do this. But these are my washer whiff samples. It says add to a medium-sized load of laundry for a boost of fragrance, does not replace laundry soap. So that's what I put. Yeah, Brandy, I don't recommend a hair straightener as a heat seal because that's how I ruined a hair straightener. Here is Cozy Cardigan Fragrance Mist. So this I think is a 1 milliliter bottle that you got with an atomizer on Amazon. And I think you can get them in like 30 or 60. So this is super small. So this I would recommend for like a fragrance mist. And then you can get like a 5 milliliter one bigger for like Scentsy Fresh or Counter Clean. So I do that. And again, with this, it's so small that I don't put the label on it. So I put it in a bag and put the label on here. And then oil samples. So I just bought these oil sample vials on Amazon and put some oils in them. Dryer discs. So this is obviously not a sample I made. However, you can get dryer discs, 2 in a pack for $7, half off $3.50. Or if you're like me and you get the Laundry Love bundle, like 2 times a month, and you get tons of dryer discs and you don't tend to go through them as quickly, which I don't, I just grab them and sample them. This is just a simple label. Scentsy dryer disc that I wrote clothesline on because I always have different fragrances. So I just left it blank to write it on. And it says, kisses your clothes with Scentsy fragrance, 15 to 20 dries per disc, $7 for 2. That's all. And this is flat, so it mails super nicely. And then my wax samples, I just have so many of them. And so I wanted to give you a visual of how I bulk sample, kind of let you guys know how I bulk sample and encourage you guys to do the same. And even if you're not ready to branch into all the different fragrance departments, I want to just encourage you to get whatever samples you are going to get out, done at the end of the month for the next month coming up. Okay. I promise you, it will give you a boost of, a boost of productivity. It will make you confident and ready to work your business. It will make you confident and ready to hand out samples. For example, with my bulk samples, I feel very confident when in my local groups, it's like Marketing Tuesday, and I can say, hey, I'm your local Scentsy lady. I'll be doing catalog drops with some samples later this evening. Comment below if you want one, and then I can network with people and meet new people and go drop samples off and then follow up with them. It's this really awesome way to kind of bring new customers in and then also to treat my customers like gold without getting me overwhelmed because it's already done and it's already ready for me to just grab and go. Okay. Oh, Michelle, that's so awesome. Yes. Awesome. Awesome. So that is how I bulk sample. I know Bree bulk samples some too, and she, rocks out on her fun mail. So that's what she's going to talk about today. Hopefully that helped with the samples. If y'all have any questions regarding that, just post them in the chat and I will get back to you. Okay, guys?
We good? Okay, perfect. Okay. So, yeah, I think that one of the things that I want you guys to recognize is that the bulk sampling and the fun mail that I'm going to get into kind of goes hand in hand, not just because you can use your bulk sampling for your happy mail, but because it's something that you can do all at once. I I don't do it now, but there was a time, both me and Alex did this, where we would pre-package our happy mail, pre-package our fun mail. And it was so simple to make it a super easy process to just knock it all out at once, right? Bulk doing that task so that it was done. And so when we had an order come in, we could just slip a thank you card in there and do the postage and send it off, right? I don't do that now because I try to stay, or I just don't do it. I just don't do it now. It doesn't work for me anymore. But the bulk sampling at the beginning of every month is something that I do. And I highly, highly recommend it, and keeping yourself on a schedule with it. So first things first, maybe we have some new people on here or new people watching. And so maybe you're asking yourself like, what the heck is happy mail, or fun mail, or thank you packages, or whatever you may call it. Some people have some really fun names for it, and that's awesome. But I call mine happy mail or fun mail. And what it is intended for, I feel like is twofold. Now, other people might have their reasons, but I have two very specific reasons for sending out mailings the way that I do. Okay. So the first reason, and the most like, popular reason, or the reason that you'll see us mainly talking about it, is to thank or reward our customers for choosing us, right? When they order. And so I'm very specific, and I know Alex is the same way. I do thank you mail or fun mail strictly for customers who are ordering online and paying shipping. And here's why. My fun mail and happy mail resembles the samples, the thank you note, the confetti, the candy, all the things I'm going to show you that I put inside my happy mail. It resembles what I put in my customers' packages when they're local to me. And so when I get a local order and I'm having a bunch of orders shipped to my house, and I am able to package it up and make it really pretty, and they've saved on shipping already, I am adding all this stuff into their order already. And so by sending thank you mail to customers who are paying shipping, and I'm not getting the opportunity to personally get hands on their products, putting labels on it, whatever, or adding samples, all that, I want to send them something, and I want to show them that I am grateful that they have chosen me, and reward them, right? It is that basic concept of you reward what you want repeated, period. Okay. And with that, I want to make it very, very clear. And me and Alex have talked about this as the years have gone on. We have done videos on it. We have posted pictures about it. My happy mail, Alex's happy mail, Katie's happy mail, Michelle's happy mail does not have to look like what you end up with. Okay. There has been a long process and a long evolution of what my happy mail has become. And it has made changes for various different reasons. And so I just want to make it clear that you can be as simple, and you can make your happy mail as simple and as easy as you want, or you can have a lot of fun with it. But just pay close attention to your budget, what you're spending, right? Because you don't want to be spending hundreds of dollars on your fun mail to turn around and realize that your commissions is gone because of it. Okay. And so I want you to know your own budget, know your limits, and pick what will work for you. Okay. But my happy mail specifically is majority thanking my customers for choosing me, for paying the shipping, and rewarding them with some treats, some samples, a handwritten thank you note, that kind of thing. Okay. And then the other reason that happy mail or fun mail exist, or the other main reason that I could think of, and again, people may have a variety of different reasons. And if you have another reason that you do happy mail, please shout it out. But the other reason that I send fun mail is to gain a new customer by way of spoiling, right? So Alex was talking about if it's a brand new customer who places an order, but if it's a brand new customer who reaches out to me, and I've had this happen a lot over the last month or so, just from social media, people will reach out and be like, I haven't tried Scentsy in so long. Can I get a catalog from you? I'd love to order, but I want to know what this smells like. And if I decide to send them something, then I'm going to put some effort into that package, put some effort into what I'm sending them, because I want to wow them, right? We are in the business of customer service. And again, that does not mean that you have to go crazy, but I want to make sure that they know that I have put effort into this, that I take my business seriously, and that I really believe that they're going to love what they get. Right. And so those are the two main reasons that I believe that happy mail or fun mail exists, at least in our business. And those are the two ways that I find I make a, what is the word I'm looking for? I get not feedback, but I get paid back from doing my happy mail, my fun mail to my customers and to new people. And so what I'm going to stress is that if you are doing big things, return on your investment. Thank you, Mandy. Oh my God. Okay. So if you are doing big things in your fun mail and happy mail and you are not getting return on your investment, I'm not going to tell you to stop doing it, but I'm going to tell you to scale it back. Okay. The most important part of your package mailing that you are sending out to a customer, new customer, whatever, the most important part of that is the sentiment that comes from you as the human, as the person behind the business, as the independent Scentsy consultant, named such and such, who has a family, blah, 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 blah. Whatever your story is, I want you to give them a little piece of that. That's what's important. So if you are going to bring thank you mail back to basics, then all that's required of that, I would say samples and a thank you note. Okay. And you can do felt samples super cheap and super simple. But doing a handwritten thank you note, something that says, I took time to put this together and I am so grateful that you spent money with me, that you shopped with me, or that you're interested in Scentsy. Please let me know how I can help you, blah, 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 blah. Okay. That is the most important part. And that is what I would say to always be consistent in your business, is that part that sets you apart from just them going onto the Scentsy.com website and choosing anybody. Because I can tell you that I've had a lot of new customers come to me and say, nobody's ever reached out before. And this is in addition to me reaching out, sending a text message, sending an email once I get the order. If it's, thanking them for their order, I always do that. But then I send something and people are shocked when I tell them that I'm going to send them something in the mail to be on the lookout because I want to confirm that's their address. And then when they get it, they're doubly shocked that I have put so much effort and time into it, and the handwritten thank you note. And that's what keeps people coming back. And so even if it doesn't work for a month or whatever, I would encourage you to keep doing it. But if you've been doing like really extravagant fun mail for like 2 years and you're not seeing a return on your investment for the most part, then I would say it's time to reevaluate it, but do not subtract the things that give them an insight into who you are. Okay. And the personal part of it, which is the thank you note. And of course, some samples, I think is always a good thing and can be cost effective. Okay. So for me, those are the two intentions behind thank you mail or fun mail. And it can look different. So I'm going to show you the way that I do it. But when I first started doing Scentsy, my thank you mail was literally a business envelope. Okay. The scent of the month brochure and a thank you note and a felt sample. That's literally what I sent. And I was able to do it with a stamp. Okay. So simplicity is a core value for a reason, friends. Do not discount it. Okay. There are probably 100 different ways that you can do your thank you mail, but just know that there is value in staying simple, because my customers loved that and they love my stuff now, but they loved it then. I did very well then, but I took it upon myself to up my game a little bit because the fun mail part of it is something that I enjoy. But you can also just do, I know Scentsy has them on their sites. You can get them printed out. You can print them yourself. You can make your own postcards, right? And literally takes a stamp. It's one page. You can put your scent stickers on it, right? That can be your sample. And if you're writing a little note on there, thank you so much for your order, or here's my website, here's my QR code. I look forward to chatting with you about what you're interested in for a new customer. It's literally that simple. literally that simple. Okay. It's the thank you notes and it's the time invested that counts. Okay. And you can do that a million different ways. Just do not forget to make sure that you are being personal with your customers. So I'm going to show you what my happy mail looks like now. Again, I try to be as cost effective as possible, but also recognizing that I like to spoil my customers a little bit, and I'm in a financial position to do so right now. If I had to scale it back, I would, and I would have no problem doing that. And this is an evolution of fun mail. Okay, so I have just kind of decided that I'm going to be shipping all of my packages via pirate ship. I don't send a lot of things with just a stamp anymore, which is fine for me. It's okay if it's not fine for you. Okay. So what I do is, and I'm sure Alex has this on her Amazon thing, but these holographic 8x10 Mylar bags as well. I like the holographic ones. They're just fun. Sometimes I switch it up and I get the black ones. They're like black on the back and then you can see through it. But these are just fun. I really like the idea of like my customers pulling this out of the mail because it looks so different from what they get. Okay. Again, nothing wrong with a business envelope, but they're just really cute. And I know if I pulled this out of my mailbox, I'd be really excited. So I get this. And right now, because it's the new catalog season, with my customers who are shopping with me online, I am sending a catalog. If they are a regular customer or shopping or whatever, I'm going to send a catalog. If it's like the first time they're shopping with me, definitely a catalog. If it's halfway through the month, I'm going to probably start doing showcase brochures or product sheets, right? But it's the beginning of the month. So for that purpose, I'm going to do a catalog inside. Okay. And then I'm going to do a scent of the month and warmer of the month brochure. And I have the sample, the wax sample that I crinkle cut, and stapled to the scent of the month. To me, again, that's one of the things that makes it super easy. So I put that inside my bag. And then with my thank you mail, when people order from me and pay shipping, not only do I send them thank you mail, but I also include an extra. And Alex alluded to it a little bit by getting your extras for free and half off, using your rewards to get customer gifts. And that's what she's talking about, is being able to spoil your customers without breaking the bank. And so when you are sitting with a party and you've got, 3 half offs and you don't know what to do with those half offs, grab a 6-pack of Scent Circles. Okay. Grab a 6-pack car bars, grab some dryer discs, grab some scent packs. All of those make really great thank you gifts. And in my opinion, mail really well if you're doing something like this. If you want to just stick to Scent Circles, highly recommend. And hey, pro tip, if you're going to do Scent Circles, just get the Scent Circles for that are the scent of the month. Then you'll always know what Scent Circle you sent them. Okay. Do card bar or whatever you choose, but I'm going to do a thank you gift. I up the value of my thank you gift depending on the value of their order, right? So the PRV, if somebody gives me $100 order, what I have been doing lately, because I get these in my my Scentsy club, if I get $100 order on my PWS, I'm sending them a pack of the cotton cleanups in a bigger bag that I have, but I'll send them a pack of cotton cleanups. To me, that's an incredible value. And even at $10, you can get them half off, I believe. Yeah, you can get them half off in your parties. And then you can also get them half off in your Scentsy club, and you can get them regularly in your Scentsy club. So I get 2 packs of cotton cleanups every single month. Okay, so I stock up, but just depending on the value, the PRV order, I'm going to kind of up the ante. So for a $30 order, I'm going to send a Scent Circle, but for a $60 to $80 order, I might do a car bar or a dryer disc or a scent pack, right? I'm going to up it a little bit, and so on and so forth. So you can decide what that looks like for you. Okay. That's totally up to you. And it's not something that you have to do at all. Again, this is just what I do. So then I've got my samples, right? So I have my It's Love Scentsy Soak because it's still Valentine's Day season. So I did make some of these. I didn't make a whole lot of them knowing that we're going to get past Valentine's Day and I don't know when they're going to sell out, but I did make some of these because this scent is so good. So it's one of those smell proof bags, just like Alex showed, with a little round circle on it. And I have been doing the same thing. I've just been using Avery to write stuff because it's just simple, and we need simple in our life sometimes, you guys, I promise. Okay, and then I made samples of some of my favorite scents for the month. And so this is White, Amber, and Teak. And all I did was just write I said Amber, Teak, and Fresh Bergamot. I did write the description, but that's it. Okay, and it's super simple. So I'm going to give them that sample. So now they have 2 wax samples and a sample of something else. I don't care how many wax samples you put in there, but I always recommend 1 and a sample of something else. Okay, if nothing else, pick 1 other product to sample, wax and something else. And I usually do 2 different waxes. I do the scent of the month and then, my favorite wax that month or whatever. But I like to do 2. And then if we have like a wax collection or whatever, you can absolutely substitute the one that you would pick and just use the collection. Okay. I do a couple stickers because stickers are fun. You can get these on Amazon for like ridiculously cheap, but even at, like, Alex found really cute stick-on stickers from the dollar store that you can pop in there. I'm sure you can find cheaper versions of a lot of things at the dollar store, but I like the convenience of Amazon. And then I'm going to put a flyer of whatever is going on that month. Right now, I need to make some, but I have the Scentsy Club flyer that talks about the new rewards for Scentsy Club. So I'm sticking that in every single thing, okay? Because it is so important that we get our customers excited about Scentsy Club. And then the last and final part of my fun mail, with the exception of if I'm sending fun mail to a customer who I want to join, I'm definitely going to stick my rack card and a host or a join brochure inside of here. Okay. So that varies by the recipient, but it's always something that you can add. But then I do my thank you card. Okay. I just recently redid my thank you cards and I have kept it super simple this year. And it just says, thanks so much. Your support of my Scentsy business is supporting my family and my dreams. And for that, I am so grateful. XO Scentsy Gal Brianna. And then I put my Instagram and I put my website and my phone number. And it's got a picture of me and a picture of me and my family, right? So it's very easy for them to look at this and know who they got it from and who we are, right? And then I use the back. I got these off of Vistaprint, if I didn't say that already. But on the back, I write my thank you note. Here, look at a blank postcard for some longer. Sorry, you guys. So I write the thank you note, and I always write a thank you note. I was literally doing it while Alex was talking. Thank you note, right? So always. And then candy. Who doesn't love candy, right? Now, another pro tip. Take advantage of holidays where candy is part of the focal point, like Valentine's Day or Easter or Christmas, okay? Take advantage of those holidays and the days after it where they go on sale for 50 to 90% off. Go get yourself some candy. And I do recommend no chocolate. You don't want it melting. Even in the winter, it can get all squishy and nobody likes a squishy Reese's. So get candy that can't melt. So another option is, like, right now for Valentine's Day, I have the little Valentine's Day heart suckers. I got these gummies. They were literally Valentine's Day for kids, but it was a good deal at Target. So you can also find bulk candy options on Amazon. But I like to include candy. Do you have to do that? Absolutely not. You do not have to do that. And I have no idea if my customers even like the candy, but nobody ever says anything. So I include it. And then the last thing, I think I already said this is the last thing, but everybody loves confetti. So I always do a little bit of that. And again, another thing that I don't know that my customers ever like confetti, but they don't complain. So I do it anyways, okay? Life's just more fun that way. So to me, that looks real pretty. It looks real cute. It looks real fun. I'd love to get this in the mail, okay? I would also love to get a felt sample and a scent of the month card and a handwritten thank you note. Okay. I literally buy from small businesses who send me thank you notes with my order, and it is the best thing in the world. And that's literally all I get. But you better believe that I'm going back to that person because they took the time to write a handwritten thank you note. Because I also buy from direct sale, or not just direct sale, but I buy from companies that just send me a thank you card and it's nothing special. And I know that it's what they're sending to everybody. That makes a huge difference. Makes a huge difference. I saw somebody ask about a rack card. Let me show you what mine looks like. Okay, so this was, again, from Vistaprint, created on Vistaprint. I do really like Vistaprint, but I only buy from it when they have coupons, because otherwise it tends to be a little bit expensive. But Scentsy will tell you when they have coupons if you use the Scentsy portal to get to Vistaprint. Otherwise, you can Google regular coupons for Vistaprint. Highly recommend though. It's good quality. I also know that you can order stuff from Canva if you use Canva, and I've heard really great things about that. Okay, just like Mandy said just now. Perfect. So I do heat seal these like 40% of the time. Okay, I have a little heat sealer over there that I use. I do that about 40% of the time. The other 60% of the time, they ship just fine. People get them. I haven't had anybody steal the contents, which is crazy to me. I'm a little shocked by that, but I don't heat seal it all the time, and I have never had an issue. Okay. So anyways, this is my rack card. A rack card is, the term rack is literally just the name of the size of this, like this style of card, a postcard basically, but it is a card that has information about joining, but personal information to me. Okay, so I'm talking about on the front, I have pictures of us at Disney World, pictures of me and my husband, my family. And then on the back, I'm talking about my why, what's happening now, and why wouldn't you want to join, right? So I'm giving them information and an insight into who I am as a Scentsy consultant and why I think it would be beneficial for anybody to join, particularly them. And let me just also say, if I send this to somebody with a join brochure, I'm also going to write on a sticky note, you know, I'm sending this to you because you love Scentsy so much and I think you'd be really great at it. Can't wait to chat with you about it. And then I follow up with them. Okay. Anyways, so with my Happy Mail, like I said, sometimes I heat seal it, sometimes I don't. But then from this point, what I do is I get out my handy dandy little scale that I got off of Amazon for like 20 bucks, I'm pretty sure. And I think it's a food scale, to be completely honest. I will weigh this, and then I go inside Pirate Ship, which if you are not familiar with Pirate Ship, I do highly recommend it, but don't have time to go into that. Weigh it, go into Pirate Ship, print my own shipping label, slap it on there, either take it to the post office or I have them come pick it up because you can schedule pickups. That's it. And I try to catch up on my follow-ups at least, I mean, sorry, not my follow-ups, my PWS mail at least weekly, but I try to do it every 2 to 3 days if I'm needing to catch up. And the great thing about doing it through Pirate Ship is that you can go back and you can, it tracks it for you. It's got the tracking on there. And then you can go back and it's an easy follow-up method, right? Because I can go back and see that Sarah received this on Monday, and I can go say, hey, Sarah, did you get your thank you package, or did you get your Happy Mail or whatever? What did you think of it? Did you enjoy it? Whatever, what do you think of that sample? And it's just a really easy way because I can already pull up that it was delivered. Okay. So yeah, that is my version of Happy Mail, Fun Mail. You know, the contents of what goes inside, I think varies depending on seasons, what's going on in Scentsy, and all that stuff. But like I said, what stays consistent is the handwritten thank you note and samples, basically. How do I keep track of who gets what the same way Alex does? I write down my bulk samples for the month. And if I'm sending if I have a customer who orders multiple times in a month, then I'm going to kind of switch it up, or I might just go back to basics and do real simple because I've already sent them a ton of stuff, or I'll send them something bigger, right? I'll send them like a hand soap in a little box because they keep continuing to pay the shipping and all that. But I do keep track of it. And Pirate Ship is also a really great way to keep track of how many times they've bought and all that. Yes. And Pirate Ship is great at telling you the hundreds and thousands of dollars you spent on shipping. No, I'm just kidding. But anyways, that is my fun mail. That is my happy mail that I do. I hope that was helpful for you guys. And if you have any questions, you can always let me know. But there's a lot of videos that me and Alex have done specifically on the True Life page that you can also go and search and find out more. So.
Cool. Thanks, Bree. Okay, so let's see. If you guys have any questions, we can kind of go over some questions. I'm going to, in the recording,